The story of Jesus is plagiarized from older pagan mythologies. No. First of all, the whole Jesus didn't really exist, but was regurgitated mystery religions died about 100 years ago. It is thus surprising to find it resurfacing in zeitgeist, religulous, and miscellaneous videos on YouTube of people who haven't got a clue what they are talking about. And second of all, certain historians and New Testament scholars are currently on the the third quest for the historical Jesus. Many of these scholars are not conservative Christian scholars. Some are even atheists, I believe. Such a quest would be impossible if an actual human named Jesus did not live. What is more, these scholars have certainly looked at any relevant historical data they could find, yet they don't take this parallelomania seriously. So far, we've seen two good reasons to reject the claims of the parallelomaniacs, not to be confused with the animaniacs. But we can say more. One wonders at this point why people keep making these claims if they are not only unsubstantiated, but in fact manifestly false. If this is the reason for rejecting Christianity, then I can only suppose that they want Christianity to be false. Don't confuse them with the facts. We needn't waste another femtosecond on their propaganda, but let's continue just for the HE double hockey sticks of it. It took a whole 5 seconds to pull up the article entitled Mithraic Mysteries on Wikipedia. So I'm going to be going back and forth between what it says in this article and my own commentary on that. Quote, the Mithraic Mysteries, or Mysteries of Mithras, also Mithraism, was a mystery religion which became popular among the military in the Roman Empire from the 1st to 4th centuries AD. Unquote. So the first thing we see is that the heyday of Mithras was from the 1st to the 4th centuries. Now, Christianity started about 30 AD, which was early in the 1st century. So we see here that for most of the time that Mithraism was popular was after the beginning of Christianity. So if there was any copying going on, unless it was Christianity copying from very early Mithraism, if there was any copying going on, then it must have been Mithraism, which was copying Christianity. Quote, information on the cult is based mainly on interpretations of monuments. Unquote. Did you catch that? Our knowledge is based primarily on how we interpret monuments. In other words, we don't have detailed writings on when Mithras was born, how he was born, having 12 followers and what he taught them, doing various miracles, and rising from the dead, and so on. That is missing. So it's just the limited information we can glean from looking at these monuments. Quote, these monuments depict Mithras as born from a rock and sacrificing a bull. Unquote. Did you catch that? It does not say he was born of a virgin. What is a virgin? A virgin is an animal who reproduces sexually and has not had sex. Rocks are not animals. They do not reproduce sexually. So rocks are not virgins. So Mithras was not born of a virgin in the Mithraic mythology. Uh, Mithras was born of a stone or of a rock. Okay. Quote, his worshippers had a complex system of 7 grades of initiation with ritual meals. They met in underground temples. Little else is known for certain, unquote. Little else is known for certain. Okay? Again, where's all this information about there being 12 followers or disciples of Mithras and him rising from the dead and what he taught the disciples, what he did with the disciples? It's not there. This claim that Mithras is identical to Jesus, they just went through and changed. They just went through and changed Mithras to Jesus. It bears no substantiality in reality, and the fact is, there's nothing there that bears any remote resemblance to anything about Jesus, with the exception of the ritual meals. Uh, Christians celebrate communion, and Mithraists had some type of a ritualistic meal, which may have been something like communion. Well, further down in the article, we read, quote, the idea of a relationship between early Christianity and Mithraism is based on a passing remark in the 2nd century Christian writer Justin Martyr, who accused Mithraists of diabolically imitating the Christian communion rite, unquote. So there is some sort of parallel here between communion and the Mithraic ritual, but we don't want to go crazy and start imagining all sorts of other parallels that we have no warrant for supposing were present. Okay, I'll continue on in video number 2. Shalom.